keep that in.
It's me. Don't.
You know what you were giving? You were giving Cindy Lou.
Sorry.
Cheers.
All the ice is gone.
Yeah.
We might have to do a little refill halfway through.
Yeah. Yeah, fire.
That's delicious. Where does this rank on your strawberry matcha list?
Well, O-Bagel is,
Oh, Bagel's top?
yeah, number one always. I'd be like surprised if something took over that.
Topped it.
Yeah. And then honestly, I feel like everything else is just the same.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you say the market one, Oatopia, is the same as this?
To me, yeah. But I'm not an expert. And then like Nodo, I didn't love like heaps more or less. I think that's all I've tried.
Holiday? Where's that rank?
Holiday second, actually. And then everything else is under.
The Holiday, I reckon, is my second too.
And your first is?
A bagel.
Yeah.
But I prefer their non-strawberry.
Yeah. Their strawberry is a lot.
For strawberry, I would say Holiday or Matcha Therapy. Anyway, welcome back.
Look at us being consistent.
No.
Also,
My gosh.
I think we're a little bit closer to getting it on Spotify.
Are we?
Yeah.
Why?
Lang.
don't know
Lang
this.
do you know how some podcasts have the videos on Spotify?
We can do that?
That might be in our future. I don't want to like make any promises,
That's so fun.
but we have a contact.
Really?
So
Oh my gosh. That's so exciting.
I forgot I didn't tell you that.
When did this happen?
Because Lang was like, oh, do you reckon I like follow up? I was like, oh, yeah. I'd ask Soph, but she would obviously just say yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow, that's so
Yeah.
fun.
So just before you comment, please, Spotify, it's coming.
It's
Slowly.
actually
It's coming.
Just a year later. So tell me what's been happening with you recently. I have no idea what's happening in your life.
I feel like you'd have a better idea than I do. Like, why can't I remember?
Yeah.
I feel like nothing crazy's been going on, but in the best way possible.
I was going to say your date, but you probably don't want to talk about that because, like...
I talk about it in my vlog.
I mean, well, you had a second date.
A first and second since.
Wow.
And second dates are rare. So
They
that was
are.
pretty crazy.
They are.
Probably won't be a third, but that's fine. No, but like, great experience. My first non-dating app date ever.
That's a big thing.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it so much more than on a dating app?
I feel like it felt like a bit more pressure. Because I feel like when I'm going into a date with someone from a dating app, there's like, yeah, I hope that they like me. I hope I like them. But also, if it doesn't work out, I literally never have to see you ever again. Like, I don't owe you anything.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, if it's in person in the wild or, like, you know them before the date, then it's like, oh, there's, like, a little bit at stake. There's a little bit on the line.
Yeah, like, I'll probably see you again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's never like, oh, I just, like, forget that you exist.
Yeah.
Kind of vibe.
Yeah. You can't just, like, send a text being like, hey, not feeling it, and then never have to worry about seeing them again.
Yeah. But then it kind of takes away the, like, oh, I hope they like me, or like I hope they think I'm attractive, or like they already do if like you're going on a date with them if it's from the
And,
wild.
like, they've seen you in person.
Yeah.
It's not like they've seen just a photo of you.
Yeah, or if they like know you
Yeah.
or like have for a while.
Yeah.
It's
They
like,
kind of know a bit about you.
Yeah, they wouldn't
know
ask
how
you on
you
a date
talk.
if they didn't already like what they saw.
Yeah.
So it's like less pressure and like a bit of a like I feel like you go into a date a bit different. Maybe it's just me.
Bit of a confidence boost.
Yeah.
Would you say?
Yeah, which like the less nervous you are and the less like self-conscious you are, I feel like the better
The date is?
yeah.
And then you are?
The better you act and then
Yeah.
the better the date is in general. It's an experience, isn't it? It's really fun out here.
I mean, you've been saying...
My throat just like
I
growled.
kind of heard that, but like didn't really process. You've been saying how fun it is to have a crush.
No, life is just so much better
Yeah.
when you have a crush, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to look for a new one.
ASAP.
ASAP Rocky.
Does it just like make life feel more colourful?
So much more colourful. Like it's actually like if the sun comes out after a week of rain. Like that is the feeling I would correlate
Describe
with that.
having a crush.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Because I
makes
just
sense.
feel like if you're single for so long and then it's just like, oh my gosh, like you just get all like giddy and excited and like a bit of hope
Yeah.
and then crushed.
Do you think you're going to get back to the dating apps, or are you going to give it a bit of a
Well,
break?
yeah, I was on a bit of a hiatus before this. I am in a bit of a, I don't have the energy right now. Like
Yeah.
really can't be bothered. So we'll see.
Yeah.
You never know.
Hey, I feel like we're on the right... Where? I'm here.
It is a team effort. I was talking to Sam about it yesterday at coffee too. I was like, what should I do? He was like, all tricky.
So it was no help.
No help at all.
Oh.
I was like, and I like messaged her, like I wanted her to kiss me. And he was like, yeah, well, on my first date with So, like she told me to kiss her. I was like, I know.
Mate, I've heard the story.
We've really talked about it to like the absolute end.
Like we do everything. We've discussed everything. You said to me the other day, you were like, imagine if we knew each other our entire lives. Like if we grew up together. Because we were watching Firefly Lane.
Yeah.
Which is our last book club book. And yeah, you were like, oh, imagine if we grew up together.
Yeah.
And it's just such a weird, because then I was like, oh yeah, we'd know what our childhood homes looked like, and would we come to school and be like, oh, Dad did this?
Yes, yeah.
Do
We
you
would
know
have
what I
known
mean?
like our parents
Yeah.
and like
dropping over for sleepovers.
yeah.
Oh, it just would have been so interesting. And like to
I
see each
can't
other in
imagine.
school. And I don't know. Do you reckon we would have been friends? Because I reckon we would have been, but I don't think you think we would have.
I think we wouldn't have been friends unless you initiated it.
Okay. Well, that's what happened with you and Rach, didn't it? No, you initiated you and Rach's friendship.
I did, but I am still convinced she's lying. I feel like, I guess your school is really small. I can like picture you coming to my school being cool, too cool to hang out with me.
No, absolutely not.
But maybe if I was in your little school,
yeah, there was like
then
15
probably
people
would have
in
had
my
to be
grade.
friends.
No, that's the thing. And I kind of like loved that about having a small grade, because you just like had to be friends with everyone.
Yeah.
And so it meant that it was almost like a taste into the real world, because how you would be in a workplace or something, you just kind of have to get along with people even if you don't have every single interest the same and stuff like that. I don't know. I think there's like pros and cons, but...
I mean, people say that my school was small.
How many
we had
people in your
66
grade?
people in our grade.
That's crazy.
But like it was kind of similar. Like we kind of everyone knew everyone. Whereas like there are some schools that are huge. Like you don't know everyone in your grade.
No.
Like I can't imagine that.
The school I went to prior, like the one that I didn't graduate in, there was like hundreds of people per grade.
Yeah, like that's crazy.
Like I would have, there's people, they're like, oh, like I was in the same grade, and I like we wouldn't know each other at all. Like you really only knew like your class, and then like maybe some of like the cute boys in the other class.
Yeah,
like,
but that's it.
Yeah.
Even like we don't even have like an invisible string either.
Not one. Like not one even, oh, could that kind of be?
Yeah. So like if it literally wasn't for the internet,
Yeah, we would know each other.
we wouldn't know each other.
That's crazy.
That's sickening, actually.
I wonder though if we both would have found ourselves on the Gold Coast. Both doing YouTube and then being like, oh, like she lives on the Gold Coast too. But also there's other YouTubers who live on the Gold Coast. We'd have to obviously meet somewhere and then get to know each other well, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's a difference between just meeting someone and be like, oh, like they're nice,
yes.
than being like best friends with them.
Yeah. Then meeting them and then the next week being like, I'm coming to stay with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Even the fact that like we didn't meet at an event, like we just actually just made it happen.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
It is.
It's really bold of us.
I also feel like I was at that point in my life, maybe because I was quite, like I didn't have many friends other than my school friends. And so I think I was trying to, like I was putting in an effort to make new friends too, where I feel like now, I always want to obviously make new friends, but I feel like once you've got your solid friends, you're less like needing to make new friends.
Did we ever decide who messaged who first? Like to actually like meet up that time?
I think I did. Only because,
You were coming to Brisbane.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, I'm going to be in Brisbane if you want to get like coffee
Yeah.
or something. What I would do to go and like be a fly on the wall when we first met. Like I forget. I just want to sit there and like watch how, if we're like, oh, hi, oh, so lovely to meet you.
The way I like can just see in my head how I behaved.
Yeah, I can't at all. I just remember like walking away from our first meeting being like, you're a bit much.
Oh.
As in me.
Yeah.
You're
Just
a bit much. No, I just remember being like, oh, you could have reined it in a little bit.
Yeah. I didn't think that personally.
That's good.
Yeah.
What, did you walk away?
I don't remember like really thinking anything. I just remember being like, nice. It's a good one.
Do you reckon you were like, I could definitely be like close with her?
I don't think I really thought about it.
I don't
but I
think I
think
did.
after I stayed with you, like, well, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah. I feel like because we started to video each other back and forth.
Yeah.
And I'm being like, wow, we could actually talk all day, every day. And then when you came and stayed with me, it just like solidified.
We did talk all day, every day for 5 days.
Yeah. And it was great.
Yeah, it was.
That's crazy that was just another time. And also what's crazy is that we have it all on record.
Yeah, that's like my favourite thing ever.
I kind of want to go back and watch that week where when you came and stayed with me. It's almost like, you know how in my vlog the other day we were talking about how having scrapbooks and, you know, having them all lined up and it's like all your 20s, like that's just YouTube.
Yeah.
And the fact that we can just go back and watch, like I can watch Sam's first video that he was ever in. Do you know what I mean? Like that's crazy. And what's even more crazy is that like our kids are then going to be able to go and watch.
Yeah. Like
travel.
You have a kid, they're 20.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to see what my mum was doing when she was 20.
Yep. You can.
There it is.
You can actually watch a full vlog of me chatting for 40 minutes.
Yep.
Like, Mom, shut up.
No, this is me being delusional, but like every first date I go on, I'm like, I feel like I want to vlog because I can be like, look back and be like, whoa, like
that was
how
me
I was
talking
feeling
about
before.
It.
Yeah.
So true. I feel like you should keep doing that. It's just like a journal entry.
Yeah. I overshared on the internet so much. And unfortunately, dating is one of those things that, like, it does involve another person.
Yeah.
So.
But you can, like, say your experience without talking about them,
Yeah.
I feel. Sometimes I wonder, in the next 3 years, will there be this other person in our lives, or in your life or in my life, that's, like, so close and we, like, met online or just met in person or something that is now, like, I couldn't imagine my life without that person. And I don't even know them.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Well, I'm hoping.
Yeah. I'm also meant, like, friends-wise.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Because, like, me now would be like, oh, I don't know what I'd do without you. Me at 20 didn't even know you existed.
No, yeah.
Crazy.
No, that's really tricky, actually.
Crazy stuff. And it's kind of, like, nice to know that. I feel like, even in a dating sense, like, someone can just come up all of a sudden. You're like, I could not live without you, but, like, I didn't even know you existed, like, 6 months ago.
That's all that I've been doing. But what have you been doing? What have you been up to?
I feel like my updates are not interesting, but I've done a couple of things.
I think that's interesting.
Thank you.
Please tell.
Well, I'm pretty sure in our last episode I was talking about how I was about to get my pap smear, my first ever pap smear, turned 25. Happy birthday to me. So I did that, and I'm happy to document, because even I remember you said at the time, you're like, I can't wait for you to do it, and then be like, oh, it wasn't as bad as I was thinking. Lo and behold,
Would you look at that?
it was not as bad as I was thinking.
Yay.
I did the do-it-yourself ones, and if anyone's putting off getting a pap smear because they think that I don't think all doctors offer it.
Yeah, I think you have to ask.
Yeah, I asked, because I remember my doctor was just like, oh yeah, we'll like book you in for one. I was like, can I do it myself? And she's like, yeah, absolutely. I was like, awesome, I will be doing that. And
literally, like, could not be easier.
no, it could not be easier. Like, if you can put a tampon in, you can do a pap smear yourself.
Even that.
I think it's easier.
Tampons took me forever.
If I'm honest, tampons still scare me. Like,
it's literally an ear cleaner.
yeah, it is.
It's fine.
It really is.
In the most validating way.
Yes.
It's fine.
But I just know that if I had heard someone say this, I would have been so much less scared. And if I was putting it off, which I kind of did for like a month or so, it would have just been like, I mean, you were saying it to me, so I still put it off. But if you haven't and are 25, it's also, and then I got the results back and everything's perfect. Everything's fine. It's also just like peace of mind.
Peace of mind for like 5 years.
5 years.
Gorgeous.
Exactly. And then I was so brave yet again. I went and got an internal and an external ultrasound.
Round of applause.
Thank you. I was so nervous prior to it. Like I went last Friday. It's now Tuesday. Yeah. And I feel like for like 2 or 3 days prior, it was like in the background of my mind the whole time. Like whenever I like focused on other things, I could just, in the back of my mind, I was like, this is happening this week. And my period was due. And I was saying to G the whole week, I'm low-key hoping it comes so I can be like, oh, we won't do it today. I can cancel it. But I'm also not, because then I've already worked my way up.
Yeah, and you just like get it over and done with while you're anxious.
Exactly. Anyway, so I did it. G came with me. I was like, please come for more support. And you were like, absolutely.
You really didn't like show your nerves.
I feel like I'm pretty good at hiding it.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to hide it.
I know, but I feel like I want to hide it because it makes it feel less scary. Like when we're just talking about normal things and we're having a bit of a laugh, I'm like, okay, like it's all good. Like I'm not as focused on it.
Yeah.
I was sweating so much. When I'm nervous, I just sweat so
And like
much.
I just always thought you were exaggerating. She's not.
I'm not.
Just dripping buckets, actually.
Literally, I'm so, like, my pits are drenched. I'm like, so nervous. Oh, gosh. Anyway, I did it, and it really wasn't as bad, again, as I thought. It was weird. I feel like that's the best way to describe it. It was weird, and, like, the whole time I was like, well, I do want this to be done. But it wasn't, like, bad.
Yeah.
Honestly, the
not
worst part was
painful.
holding my pee.
Yeah.
That's what I was also, like, just most scared about.
Because you had to drink a litre.
Yeah, so basically you have to go to the toilet and pee. Well, okay, so my appointment was at 12. So at 10:30 my doctor was like, well, the girl was like, you can't pee after 10:30. That's your last pee, 10:30. So I'm watching the clock. It's like 10:27. I'm like, I need to pee.
You're
Like,
sitting on the toilet all morning, actually.
yeah, just like, don't get off until 10:30. And then you've got half an hour to drink 1 litre of water, which is quite a lot when you're like, I've got 30 minutes to just like
Yeah.
drink and I can't pee.
Did you drink anything before 10:30?
I did.
Wow.
I
brave.
know. Well, my thought process was maybe I could extend my bladder a bit by like drinking quite a bit prior. Yeah, look, I'm not sure if that was the best thing. Anyway, drank my litre and then I just like busied myself so I couldn't think about needing to pee.
Smart.
And then I get there, so like I walk, probably by the time my appointment like starts, it's like 12:10 as well. And so it's been over an hour. And I'm just like, and I'm slowly starting to need to pee, but I'm like, not doing too bad. And then I lie down and it's the like thing pressing on my belly. And I'm like, surely it's like not too quick, but it does go for like a decent amount of time. And just get pressing. And sometimes you press a bit harder and I just be like, oh, yep, okay. But then you get to pee and then you go back in for your internal ultrasound. And that's what I was like really nervous about.
Because surely if they're doing the internal, you're like not holding the pee, surely.
No, yeah, exactly. And I think that's why, like you don't have to.
Yeah.
So I got to go pee. Walked back in, had to sign consent and stuff, which again makes sense.
Makes
But I just like
sense.
didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
She was like, even if your doctor's requested it, like you get the choice. And I was like, well, I
Obsessed.
don't want to.
Yeah. You're like, actually,
Honestly.
I won't.
But I did. And it was actually really interesting. The whole time I felt like I was there for pregnancy. It was so strange because it just like felt like I was in a movie. And I was sitting there and I could see everything that was literally in my body on this screen, and it just looked like one of those scans that people announce their pregnancies with, but there was no baby in there.
Like, isn't it crazy the next time probably that you'll ever do one of those, you'll have a baby?
Yeah, it'll be like, oh, like that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
No, why was I like waiting for it to come up? Oh, do you know you're pregnant? Like I'm not not planning to be, but I was just like waiting.
It just like made sense.
Yeah, because I've never seen one without a baby in there. Anyway, and then the internal was so interesting though, because you really get to see everything. And I'm like, it was so fascinating lying there being like, that is happening in my body right now. And I'm just like so unaware of it. Like seeing both ovaries, my cervix, I always forget the last one, uterus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uterus. Seeing it all, fascinating. I actually felt like I learnt a lot. She was like, so this is it, so this is it, and this is this. She really talked to me the whole time as well, which like thank God, because I would have just been sweating even more.
Yeah.
She wasn't talking.
You're like, so do this often? How long have you worked here?
So do you like enjoy this?
Yeah. Is this like a good experience for you, or like have you had better?
And like what made it better?
Yeah.
And like just like tell me what I can do to improve. Within the circumstances, it was a good experience.
And if your doctor said I need you to go back and get another one,
I'd be like,
easy.
But I can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you've had a bit of an like exposure therapy.
Yeah.
Couple of weeks.
It's what it's felt like.
So proud.
Thank you. And I do really just feel like I've come so far when it comes to doctors and anything clinical in the past 6 months.
No,
Like,
really, truly.
even at the beginning of the year, I was like putting off just booking in a doctor's appointment for months because it scared me so much. And now I feel like I can go in, and of course it's not like my favorite thing to do, but it's just not a source of like crazy anxiety.
Debilitating anxiety. You've also found your doctor on the Gold Coast, which is gorgeous.
And I trust her, and she's so sweet. Love you, love you, Liesl.
She's so sweet.
And that just feels like a big win.
Yeah,
for the year, honestly.
Huge.
Because it was honestly one of the things that I was like, it was affecting my life the most. And so I feel like now that I've got that, I'm like, I can just go in, even if I need to go in more than I technically should or need to, just for peace of mind.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
It's refreshing.
And I just felt like I could take on the actual world after I did that appointment. Both of them. I feel like I'm a woman. Hear me roar. 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 Hear me roar I just thought it and I had to voice it. Made me raw.
Okay, Katy Perry. Oh my god. That's fucking crazy. God. No. That would be the craziest thing you've ever said.
Oh, I'm actually like crying a little.
Too.
Raw. I feel like I can't elaborate on the story because it's just going to make me laugh. But I just felt
Really like empowering.
Yeah. I just really felt like, wow, like women are so strong. And I'm so strong. If I can do this, I can do anything.
Yeah. No, well, we hung out for the rest of the day and like maybe every like 20 minutes. Oh, whoa, I just can't believe I did that. Like, so stoked. And as you should be.
Well, it was, my doctor told me to get it in February.
Yeah.
I pushed it till August.
Yeah.
Like, I had to do some celebrating.
Yes, you did. As you deserve. Hear me raw. That should be the title of this. I'm a woman. Hear me raw.
We are women and watch us raw.
We've also both been on a bit of a like health, fitness, wellness kick.
Speak your truth.
Yeah, girl, roar.
Maybe that should be what we say to each other whenever we're about to like speak. Yeah, girl, roar.
Just a little hype up.
Oh, she's about to start roaring. I can tell.
Get ready.
No, we have been.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's been really nice to be doing it together.
I couldn't agree more.
Doing it alone, like, I need to talk to someone about it.
Yeah.
And I need to be like, oh, like, I'm not motivated. Same. Let's do it anyway. Cool.
Yeah.
When I hear you say that you're doing it, I'm like, I can, like, I've got
Yeah,
no excuse.
then
I
what's your
need to do it.
excuse?
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
I agree.
No, we've been training, been eating well.
Yeah.
I've been really focusing on upping my protein.
Yeah, and killing it.
I hate to say it,
Like,
yeah.
you've never been the queen of protein before.
Never.
And you've taken that crown so quick these past few weeks.
I've always been awful at it. Always been like, oh, I don't know how anyone eats more than 100 grams a day. I'm just...
Next minute.
Smashing it.
Killing it. I'm obsessed.
So that feels
Muscle
really good.
mommy coming.
You guys just wait. Next episode, I'll be buffed.
I'll just be a
I am woman, hear me fucking raw. Oh gosh, but that feels good. I think it's just empowering as a woman.
It is, isn't it?
To just be putting yourself first and your body first and like doing things that feel kind of hard.
Yeah, constantly. And like, the only reason you want to do them is because you want to be better.
Yeah. But in the moment you're like, oh, like, I just want to rest, blah, blah, blah. But then you do the hard thing and it's actually more, you're caring about your body more.
Yeah.
By doing the harder things. Obviously, like, time and place.
Within reason,
if you need a rest.
Yeah.
Rest. But
I've been resting too much.
There's one thing we can do. It is rest.
Being resident.
It is sitting on this couch resting. Pop off. People are like, I just find it so hard to like take rest days. I'm like, oh yeah. I'm really good at it though. So
It's my best trait.
oh gosh.
No, but it's also like, and like maybe it will be less hard once we're like in the rhythm of it and it's like actually our routine. But
Habits.
like, I've really been struggling with the concept of like, I am doing this for myself because I love myself. And it's almost like the ultimate form of self-care.
Yeah.
Because often I'm like, oh, like, I need some comfort, so I'm gonna resort back to my unhealthy habits that bring me comfort, and I act like that's self-care, when like actually self-care is like looking after yourself.
Yeah.
And obviously that's gonna look different at so many different times and periods of your life, but I'm just like, oh, like, am I treating myself badly because I don't love myself enough? Like, maybe. And it's really like thrown me through the ringer.
So true. And whenever you know, have the thought of, oh, I'm not going to do the thing that's going to make me feel good. It's like, well, do I love myself?
Yeah.
Instead of like
because if you did, you'd be acting different.
Yes. And I also feel like coming from the point of I'm doing this because I love myself rather than to punish myself or, oh, like I hate myself, so I'm going to, you know, do that.
Yeah.
Coming from a place of, no, I love myself and that's why I'm doing it.
And you actually said this to me once and it like took the wind out of me. But you were like, if you like swapped bodies with someone that you loved, for like a year, like how would you like treat their body? And I was like, if I literally had your body for a year, I would not be treating it the way that I'm treating myself.
Isn't that crazy?
Like mentally, physically, emotionally, like all of it. So why, of all people you should be looking after, it's yourself.
It's you. I remember hearing that once and I was just like, whoa. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you hear the sayings of like, if you wouldn't tell it to your best friend, why would you say it about yourself? But that's like, shut up.
Yeah, like, I know.
But like, if you wouldn't do the things you're doing to your body to your best friend, your, you know, like your closest people in your life, why are you doing it to yourself?
Exactly. It's really a good perspective.
It is a good perspective.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. Anyway, you might be wondering, the title of this episode doesn't make any sense with what we've been talking about. I found on TikTok, honestly, I feel like it was months ago, these questions, and it was 5 questions that you need to ask your best friend. And I remember wanting to share it to you at the time, like send it to you. I was like, wait, I should wait until we're recording. I haven't told you any of these. So to be fair, I haven't thought about my answers to this as well, but I feel like this could be fun for us to answer and then, you know, write them down, or I can pop them in the description box or something. And then I feel like it's a fun conversation starter for best friends.
I love questions.
I love questions. It's one of my favorite things.
No, when I was talking to Sam about my date, and I was like, oh, like, you know, like asking questions on dates is really important. He was like, yeah, like Soph's so passionate about it. Like one of her like probably most passionate things ever. I was like, yeah.
And same.
Couldn't agree more, actually.
We've had so many oh my God. Okay. We've had so many conversations about how important asking questions are. But it's not just asking questions. It's the follow-up questions within the questions that are the most important in a conversation.
Yeah, and you know what it just comes down to? Are you intrigued?
Exactly.
Do you want to know
Yep.
things, or are you just asking questions for the sake of it?
Yeah, because you can ask questions like, oh, how's your day been? Yeah, cool. Or you can be like, how's your day been? And this and this. And you actually feel like the person wants to hear you and wants to hear what you have to say, especially around new people or people I don't know well. I'm like trying to talk so quickly because I just need to get my thought out, because like you don't want to hear what I'm saying anymore. And it's the people that keep asking you questions like, oh, you want me to keep talking?
Yeah.
Like you want to keep hearing? So I just feel like it's something that I really try and do. And
Oh, you're like the best at it.
really?
Yeah. You're my inspiration.
Most of the time I feel like it just, like I just am curious.
Yeah.
Especially about the people that I like love and my favorite people in the world. Like obviously I'm like, tell me more.
But those people you're not even like, oh, I should ask more questions.
No, I'm not trying at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Big on questions, so I'm ready.
Okay, are we ready? Question 1.
Ooh.
If we switch lives for a week, what's the first thing you would do as me?
Whoa!
Kind of crazy,
Bit
right?
of a full circle moment just then.
I know that when you said that, I was like, oh, I
Wait.
already know this first question. Well, okay. I was you for a week. What was the first thing I would do?
Oh, I would love to live in your apartment. I'd be lapping
Just wake
that
up.
Yeah, just wake up in your house, actually. Yep.
Yep.
Do people know I'm you?
No.
Like, Sam?
So true. I didn't really think about that. He's like, hey, Sophie.
No, I'm like, I'm a lesbian.
He's like, what? No, I feel like, let's just like take that out.
Yeah.
You're
What do
waking
we
up
do?
as me.
What do you do that I can't?
I feel like we live very similar lives.
That's a hard question.
It is. Because I feel like if we had different jobs or
Yeah.
something like that, it'd be like, oh, I'd want to experience your job if we do the same thing. I'd wake up and I'd film and I'd edit.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then my vlog would get more views than usual.
That's tricky.
Like, I actually don't know.
No. I think just because we actually live very similar lives.
Yeah.
Oh, take the dogs for a walk. Like,
Yeah,
take
like-
your dog. Like, take
Go
Winnie
on,
for a walk.
yeah.
I would love to take Winnie for a walk. He's a good walker.
He is.
I'd call up your parents and have a big conversation.
I would like pay money for you to do that, actually. And I'd love to know what you would say.
Oh, I'd have to do write some dot points, but I've got
Yeah.
things to say. They'd probably not have to reference them much.
Oh, I'd call your dad for a chat. Just like, hey, big fan.
Hey,
How
legend.
are you?
Oh, asking for some advice.
Yeah. Or just like a hug.
Yeah. Do you want to
A
come
big,
down?
nice dad hug would, I think, do wonders on me, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. We're both calling each other's parents. That's what we're doing.
Cool. I'd go to like Pilates and like slay because he was so good at it. Like slay, like be the best in the room.
Absolutely not the best in the room, but thank you so much.
I think I'm my
Maybe
Pilates
I'd go
inspiration.
lift like 150
Deadlift.
kilos in the gym. Just lift all like so much heavier than I ever go. Not saying it's easy for you, but you're much better than I.
No, like same about Pilates. I understand.
I'd love to just experience a few things so I could like better know your life.
Yeah.
Like I'd love to like go to a therapy session, but like as you, because I just want to see what you and your therapist talk about. Do you know what I mean?
Similar, but not quite. I was gonna say I'd love to go in a sauna as you to understand your love for it. Go sit in a hot car and be like, wow, this feels so nice.
I'd love to just live not being cold all the time.
Yeah.
That would be so
You'd
refreshing.
love it.
I'd love to just sleep well. I'd love to be able to fall asleep in literally seconds. That's what I'd do. I go up to your...
With the snoring and all.
Yeah, because if I'm you, it's not bothering me.
Yeah, true.
I'd go up, I'd get into your bed and I'd get comfy and I'd just straight to sleep. Oh, sounds lovely.
Yeah, I don't want your sleep.
What's the most embarrassing thing we've done? We should be like together. The most embarrassing...
Do you like have something in mind?
I have one, but I don't think I can. Wait. It wasn't me. It makes me cry laugh every time.
So scared. About what we're about to say.
Do you remember when I think we were in Paris?
I forgot. That story will never make it out. And I'll never go back to Paris.
I just remember hearing it and looking back.
Oh, but it's not funny,
It's
is
not.
it?
Oh,
Oh,
it's
but it's not funny, is it?
It's not.
Oh, no.
It was the silence that followed it.
It was like, the crowd.
That was the worst part.
The worst.
The crowd. Oh. People are going to be so confused by that
Yeah,
answer.
like, not even trying to be mysterious. Like, you actually just can't know. Sorry.
No, that, like...
I've been really, like, haven't told many people that story. And I normally tell everyone I know everything. So it's really saying something. I thought we were just going to say, like, running through the Paris airport, like, idiots, waiting, like, trying to get onto our flight.
Yeah, that too.
Embarrassing.
Embarrassing
Together.
thing we've done. Do you feel like you get embarrassed easily?
Sorry. Can't stop replaying that. I don't until something like that happens. I don't feel like I get embarrassed easily, but I also think I don't live life on the edge enough to do embarrassing things.
Like you're not out of your comfort zone enough to be like, whoa,
to like
I'm
fumble or do
embarrassing
something.
all the time. I feel like I don't get embarrassed super easy either, but again, I don't think I do that many things that I'm like putting myself in embarrassing situations.
Yeah.
Like little things I'm like, oh, I trip over and I like stumble and I feel like I
but
move
like,
on pretty quick.
yeah.
Like it's not like, oh, that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done.
Yeah, it's not like stayed with me.
Maybe we haven't really done many embarrassing things. Yeah, because like running through the airport, like almost missing our flight, I wouldn't be like, oh, that was so embarrassing. It was just
like,
like,
it was just really humbling.
It was humbling. I feel like I've got, like so many funny things, but I wouldn't say they're embarrassing.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like literally all of our trips.
Yeah. Because I feel like they have to happen like on trips.
Yeah.
I actually think the one that I said is just like, you can't top it.
Not even you. Like, that's all me.
I know. I just happened to experience it. Can't really answer that one properly.
That's
So
kind of good
sorry.
though.
Yeah.
It's good for us.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, this is a fun one. If you could relive one day of our friendship, which one would it be and why?
Oh my God. I love this question.
That's a good question.
That is good.
We've had a few crackers.
Yeah. Yeah. The first thing that came to my mind was just one of our days on the Amalfi Coast.
So true. When we checked into
the tower.
Oh, the tower. I was going to say Mirror Amalfi.
Yeah.
Because we were just like slumming it and then all of a sudden we were not.
I just remember being so happy in the tower.
The tower was so good.
And, like, beach club.
So
and
true.
then dinner and ice cream
So
at the end of the day. Like, I just remember being like, this is peak happiness.
Yeah, that's so true. Oh, that was a good day. I also feel like in our last trip to London, in that first week, there was a couple of, I'm not sure, they all kind of blur.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they were across a couple days. But when we were like walking through Hyde Park and it was like all of the fall leaves and we were just like running in the leaves and like throwing them around, like that was so much fun.
So true.
That was our first time experiencing fall. Oh, just traveling together in general is just so much fun. Like waking up and being like, morning, should we go get a coffee? Or like, should we go get a drink? And then like, what are we having for breakfast? Like, it's just
that's
fun.
our best form.
It is. I was also going to say our first day in Balinga.
Oh my God, so true.
We get there. We're like, oh my gosh, we're staying on the beach. We run down. It's sunset. We're like cartwheeling on the beach. Yeah. Taking some cute pickies. Come back up. Go to dinner.
Yeah, the collective.
That morning that we woke up, walked, went to the ground for the first time, swam. That was 10 out of 10.
Yeah, so elite actually. This is really niche.
Okay.
But the day we left the Naked Harvest Greens retreat and I drove you to the Sunshine Coast.
Whoa, that is
That
niche.
car ride, I just remember being like, whoa, we're like friends
I think
now.
that was probably only a month.
Yeah. It was like a
month-ish
week or
in.
so after I came and stayed with you
So
for the
true.
first time. So like really early on.
Yeah, so true. Because that was like a 3.5 hour drive, and we just about
non-stop.
everything,
Yeah.
and like not like no. It was like
We were like hitting the deep stuff.
we were hitting the deep stuff. That was the first time we like hit the deep stuff. I feel.
Yeah.
So true.
And I also just remember the vlog clips of that being so funny.
I feel like that was our first like great,
Yeah.
our great moments together.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's so true.
It's easy to remember like the ones that are vlogged. I'm sure we've had good days. That
I
have,
know that
not been
weren't.
vlogged.
Yeah, it's just like
Honestly,
get things.
last Sunday.
Last Sunday
Marcus
was
and
it?
scrapbooking.
Yeah.
I think we should make that every Sunday.
Me too.
Scrapbooking.
Yeah, I love it. I actually feel like there's so many.
Yeah.
Like there's so many I'm not saying. I don't have one that's like the clear winner.
Yeah. Like, dare I say, every single day of our first
Yes.
trip.
Yeah. I feel like the second trip was better.
Really?
Yeah, but I think I was in a better place
Yeah,
mentally.
I was in a better place the first.
Yeah. And I also feel like the second trip we knew each other better.
Yeah.
Like the first trip we had to iron out a few kinks.
Yeah. But, yeah.
But it was also like the first time we'd done it, so like that was just fun.
Yeah. Like, I remember, like, just, like, a day in Paris was so fun. So many times in London, like...
Yeah, going to see musicals. I think, and this is probably just testament to why we're best friends, but even, like, I think about some of my favourite memories with you, and sometimes they're, like, awful, like, not awful situations, but, like, bad situations that we've made, like, so much funnier.
Like what?
Like, even in Edinburgh when it was, like, pissing down rain all day and we were just, like, walking, getting soaked everywhere. I'm like, oh, that was such a fun day.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, it wasn't really the day that was fun. It was just, like, our attitude towards it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then when we were just like lying on the bed and we came back and we were just pissing ourselves laughing about something like you're eating girls, like, and I just feel like there's been so many that I'm like, oh, like that wasn't like, oh, the best day we spent together, but it was just fun.
Just being together made it better.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's impossible.
Yeah, 'cause it's all just good.
Yeah. Now, what's your worst day?
I know mine.
Italy.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck.
Hey, but that was only like a bad 2 hours.
Yeah.
We've told that story before.
Yeah. Oh, well, I don't have an answer that quick. Jeez.
No, like that's just the only one that comes to mind because that's
Yeah,
the only
that's
one.
Really good.
Yeah.
Even just you saying the day we walked through Hyde Park with the leaves and stuff, I thought the whole first half of that day you were pissed at me.
I literally wasn't.
No, I know now. Just at the time.
But I'm like, what was I doing that made you think
I
I
said
was...
we weren't chatting heaps.
Yeah, wow.
I was like, she hates me. And then when you think someone hates you, then you're like, so true, I've done this to be annoying. So I'm like, you have every reason to. So I'm like, now you definitely are angry at me.
Yeah. So you were in a bad mental space.
Yes, I was. But then we got to the park throwing the leaves around. I was like, oh,
She doesn't
now
know.
we're laughing, so it's fine.
I think when I am cold, I do shut down a little bit. So that could have been a massive one.
Yeah. I just remember we were both like not making easy decisions. We were kind of like, oh, where should we go? And then I was like, she's pissed at me for not taking charge.
Oh no, because I wasn't.
It's a me problem.
Yeah.
I'm projecting quite a lot, obviously.
The mirror is mirroring.
Yeah.
See, I forget about all those little bits.
Yeah. That's good.
Apart from the Italy one. That was a big
No,
learning
that was
curve.
like actually something.
Yeah.
It wasn't like made up.
No. I remember the day that what were we doing? We were going we had a big train day. I think maybe.
Paris to
Why do I always say maybe like that? Maybe.
do.
It always comes out. Anyway, I think maybe Paris to Brighton. It was like an 8-hour train day, like, and catching different trains. And I remember we just didn't speak, like, all day. Like, headphones on, just like, where are we going? Yeah, we're going here. And I remember, like, sitting there being like, she might be mad at me.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, like, oh, she's just like, no. But then as soon as we got to the accom,
yeah,
and we, like, couldn't get into the door.
Yeah.
And we were, like, laughing.
We were speaking then.
Yeah. So it was like, oh, we're fine then.
No, the way I'm like, I have my headphones on, I'm not speaking, I'm not mad at her. So why do you think that she's doing the exact same actions, but she's mad at you? I was going through a really insecure spurt that whole trip.
So we need to, okay. We need to go on a trip where we're both
Yeah, we haven't
slaying.
had one.
No, it's been one or the other.
Coachella next year.
Yes.
Both slaying.
Yeah. Surely. Oh, we better be. Please. Okay, well, that just turned into worst day.
Sorry, I just like wanted to know.
What's the funniest thing I've ever done that still cracks you up?
Oh, I am woman. Hear me roar.
Oh, gosh. The funniest thing you've ever done that cracks me up.
I don't feel like we do funny things. We just say hilarious things.
Yeah, I agree. Like, it's more so like things that you've just like come out and said, and I'm like, that was the funniest thing you've ever said.
Yeah. One that comes to my head only because it's vlogged.
Yeah.
And every time I watch it, I laugh.
Yeah.
Is again when we're in Italy. We're in Amalfi Coast, and I'm vlogging, and I'm like insecure about the way my boobs look in my swimmers. And what do you say? You gotta embrace it, darling.
It's a beautiful woman's body.
My boobs. Oh, you've got to embrace it, darling. It's the beautiful woman's body. Cool.
And I've like got an accent on.
It's the delivery. Like makes me laugh every time I hear it. But like it's just like so random.
No, I like that one. My one, unfortunately, I feel like I can't say exactly what happened. Do you know?
No. Same situation.
It's in your video. It's in one of our car videos. I think when we were eating yochi in your car. And something comes up on George's phone.
Embarrassing.
Something comes up on your phone, and the way that you just like panicked.
I shut down.
You shut
Fight
down.
or flight, couldn't move actually.
And
Which like literally wouldn't have been bad if you saw it. Like doesn't not matter. If anyone's gonna see it, I'd rather it be you.
Yeah, it was just so funny. Your reaction to what came up was just so funny.
Oh.
And like that really had me in like stitches. You know when you like, even because it's on record, I can like see how I'm laughing. I'm like, no, I was tickled.
No, you have no idea what's going on, and then you realise, and then you're cackling.
I'm like, what? Maybe I'll insert it. It's so funny.
You insert both of ours, actually.
So true.
Yeah.
Ah!
That was crazy.
What did you do?
I feel like we say funny stuff all the time.
No, it's so funny.
So funny and
Same.
so hard.
Yeah.
You think that's big?
Gosh, I feel like we're being awful. Like, the funniest thing, can't say.
Can't say, yeah.
I didn't even think we had things like that.
No.
There's been so many times where I have like cried laughing, like I feel sick, I'm laughing so much. I feel like it happened on Sunday. I can't remember what, but I was like, we need.
Here?
I feel like we might have been driving. I was like, we need to stop because like I'm about to like, my stomach hurts so badly.
We did.
Yeah, we have so many.
What was it? Not memorable.
Not memorable, clearly. When it's not filmed, I can't remember it clearly.
I can't remember anything. I just feel like we spend like 80% of our time together laughing.
Yes, exactly.
So it's impossible to remember.
I feel like we have a very similar sense of humour. So when you find something funny, I find it so funny as well. And as soon as you start laughing about something, I'm usually laughing about it too. Okay, this one is a little bit deep. And I'm interested to see. I haven't thought about it. Is there anything you wish I understood better about you?
Whoa.
Why do I genuinely not feel like there's one? From me to you. From you to me.
That you wish I understood about you better.
Like, I feel like I literally say everything and you always understand it.
It's hard because understand, like, I don't understand everything.
Would have to be like you living a day in my life and vice versa.
Yeah. But I can, like, imagine.
Yeah. Well, you can empathize. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's good that nothing's, like, come to
No,
mind
like, there's
straight
nothing
away.
that I'm like, I wish you understood this more.
Yeah.
Because, like, all the things that I wouldn't want you to fully understand.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the things I struggle with the most, even if you don't understand them as much as I do, I don't want you to. I don't want you to, like, go through the things that I've gone through to, like...
Just so you understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have anything that's coming to mind?
No. I don't feel like there's anything that I talk about and I'm just like, oh, you just, like, don't understand.
Or if there isn't, I'm like, I don't, like, keep going. I keep asking you questions
Yeah.
until... That's what we both do. We keep asking questions until we understand.
And, like, you're the best at always being like, I obviously, like, can't relate, but I can, like, imagine that, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like...
Like, trying to put myself in
the position.
Yeah. Which I feel like you're the same. I feel like when I'm like, oh, this, and you're like, I can only imagine, like, if this. And I always feel like you can tell when someone understands because, like, they create a scenario.
Yeah.
Like, they go, oh, and, like, if this or if I was in this, like, and you go, yes, exactly. Like, you feel understood.
Yeah.
Which I feel like I always do with you.
Yeah.
It's a good question, though, isn't it?
It is.
I feel like I, like, want to ask everyone. Like, is there anything
Yeah.
that you think I don't understand and, like, you want me to understand better? We'll keep pondering, and then if it comes to you, let me know.
Yeah. Or what do I feel like I should have an answer?
Same.
But I don't.
No, I literally can't think of one. Well, those are the 5 questions. Did you enjoy?
That was fun. I loved that.
I'm so glad. I'm glad
love
the questions didn't let you down.
No, not at all. You never will.
Oh, thanks.
You just don't understand.
I feel like that's such a fun activity to do.
Yeah.
Even if you're just, like, sitting down for coffee and, like, asking each other questions.
Nice to reminisce.
Yeah, love
On my
it.
old friendship.
If there's one thing we can do, it's reminisce.
I think that would be long.
I feel like we've chatted for a while. This is the SD card's cut out a couple times, so that's when you know it's been a long episode.
long. You're still here.
Thank you. Love you.
Love you.
I hope you've enjoyed sitting here and just chatting on the couch with us.
As usual.
And we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Love you.
Love ya.